want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Check 19. Check 45. Open the court. Heavy on the edges. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 25. Crunch. 45. 65. 20 points down, he's coming. 45 up. Silver.
Watson on first down. This goes to Barber, the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Line him, go. 45. Hey, alert. 45. Here we go. 54. Bang. Pass him. Line him, go.
To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
4 down. Hey, check Mike 45. Here we go, G. Heavy. 55. Alert. Line up, go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. They come out here in the eye. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kalen Balaj. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Hey, 59! Let him know. Let him go.
Throwing on third down, Watson completes this to Waring, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On first down, it's Banks. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down now, it's Banks. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
3rd and 2, Watson. He throws it, he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now Watson going to sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Mike, 45.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
I'm going to run you. I'm going to run you over. Shit.
On 2nd down, it's Banks. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Where's the tap? 18, 29. Here it comes. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Showing up, showing up. Slap 59. Check three, check three, check three.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
First down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down, he's coming. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run on first down. Banks. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Now a give, right side. It's Banks. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Even. 24. Check it out, Reed.
On second and 9. Watson. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Now Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. A third down gain of 19.
Let's go.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Check nickel.
Now a give, right side. It's Banks. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Check 45 to Mike. Stop your whining. Hey, check 25. Alert. Watch twist. Hey, 31. Check.
On third down, Banks. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up fourth down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Quarter. Check.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rosen. This one into the hands of Burton. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day out there.
Balaj. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Bernard with McKinney on the tackle. A pickup of 2 yards. First down, Chicago.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. From midfield now, here's Rosen. It's complete to Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and 4.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And the Bears first down.
On. Let's go. Hi. Hey, wahoo. 41 to Pick it up.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's got it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out here in the I. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the toss, here's Balaj. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kalen Balaj with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. 24. Sponge. No.
Throwing again is Watson. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Middle.
They'll keep it on the ground again here, and he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And the man to bring it down was Cyrus Jones. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Toss play to Balaj. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 14 yards into Chicago, first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Mike Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Gets past one man, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm scared.
On second down, here's Rosen. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston, it's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. On third down, Rosen. He's got his tight end, Burton. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now Balaj. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Is good. Makes the score Bears 28, Texans 10. Pat O'Donnell.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
12 yards there and a first down. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, that turnover might just about do it here. Fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
You're exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A gain of 3, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check. I might need you quick. Get out here.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's bring it. Middle. 48's coming. 41's the mic. Get ready.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Rosen now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Davis. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rosen. He's got Burton here. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Staying on his feet. Stays on his feet. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Watson now to throw. But he will find a man here as Thomas comes open. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 31!
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Who that? 45, Mike, 45. Hey, 59! 45 and Army. Bring it! Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45.
To throw is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Bears, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love it, hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you're waiting for me. Baby, y'all think done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. Text on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is pockets. On receipts in my pocket. Don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love it. Hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody gonna want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to sell vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the errands need a reservation, and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer to the mountains. All your boys gotta expensive habits. So I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta sleep no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball for no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left.
How many of y'all came to win?
Well, they actually
Ready?
STRO. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. This shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish now. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in.